The choice of outfit for this video is not accidental, as you might have guessed from the title. What I am wearing is a Rokoko Mocap suit. Due to its ease of use and affordability for this type of gear, of course, it has become a standard for hobbyists, though it's also successfully used in much larger productions. This specific solution is inertial, meaning that it doesn't require a laser beam stations in the room to track its position. Instead, it uses several active sensors all over your body, relying on magnetism and motion, as well as their relation to one another. I mention this because while it offers convenience in setup, where the only limit is signal range of your router, it does have its downsides, which I will get back to later. So it's a perfect candidate to compare it to the hero of this video, QuickMagic. This video is not sponsored, and QuickMagic has absolutely no control over my opinions about their service. As an incentive, they offer an extra 70 seconds of video generation if you sign up using the link in the description below. I will be simultaneously recording a performance in Rokoko Studio and the footage that will serve as a source in the QuickMagic. That way we will have a direct comparison of the results from both of the systems. So let's see if well-trained AI models are useful and sufficient for your needs, and if spending an extra few $1,000s would be justified in your case. In the meantime, I will be providing an additional commentary to what we see on the screen. On the QuickMagic website you can choose from several different options that affect the final result, such as the version of their engine. I won't go over each of these options right now, so if you are interested, I encourage you to check out the extensive documentation there. I tried to create scenarios where QuickMagic could even be compared to Rokoko. Of course, the Rokoko system allows for much more than what is presented here, but in wanting to compare it with QuickMagic, I wanted to show scenarios where most people use services like QuickMagic. The recordings from both QuickMagic and Rokoko are exported without any additional cleanup. QuickMagic also offers facial mocap, Rokoko does too, and has a free app for it, but due to the fact that in QuickMagic you can't select the facial mocap mode simultaneously with full body mocap, which is understandable as the facial resolution in such a recorded video source would be very low, I decided I wouldn't show it with Rokoko either. Keep in mind that skeleton analysis in QuickMagic is assisted by an AI model trained on human movements, so in a situation where I obscure a part of myself in the video, for example when I stand sideways, QuickMagic has to guess what might be happening with my arm or leg. And it does it quite well. I mention this because it means it's not a one-to-one performance. With Rokoko this situation is a bit different, though similar. The entire movement of our body is always correctly captured thanks to the sensors, but with a margin of error caused by sensor drift or the signal coming from them, which the algorithms in their software try to compensate for. So, to be precise, it's still not a one-to-one performance, but it is more faithful to my actual movements. This brings us to the first downside of video-based mocap solutions. Even if we had several cameras around us, there will be situations where the face will still be invisible to any of them, like when we look down. The exact same thing applies to the hands. In this area, Rokoko wins hands down, because we can wear a whole headgear setup with a camera or smartphone and dedicated gloves on our hands. By the way, Rokoko just released Smart Gloves version 2, which promise such good finger tracking precision that in official promotional materials they are shown as a tool for training humanoid robots. Undeniably, solutions like Rokoko have the advantage that we can get a live preview of our performance straight away in Unreal, Blender, Houdini or practically any other software. Working with tools like QuickMagic is asynchronous, meaning we first have to record ourselves, then go through the whole process of animation creation, importing and retargeting just to see the result. On the other hand, the convenience of workflow for simple animation tips the scales in favor of QuickMagic. You set your smartphone in front of you or have someone record you, and that's it. You don't have the hassle of putting on a whole suit. It's a trade-off. Nevertheless, I'm really surprised by how well QuickMagic does, especially when comparing the cost of both solutions. Saying this, of course, we shouldn't ignore the fact that there is some sharp jittering in certain bones and issues with their rotation in these recordings. Pay attention to the legs in QuickMagic. Something like that will require quite a bit of cleanup. Additionally, foot sliding. In AI, this is a common problem, even when you are standing still. In Rokoko, a brilliant solution is foot locking, which is able to literally weld the foot to the ground when it touches it. In animations 2 and 9 you can clearly see the drift problems in Rokoko that I occasionally struggle with. Such things can be caused by imprecise sensor placement or electromagnetic interference. For the latter, Rokoko recommends dealing with it by buying their Coil Pro, which broadcasts its own electromagnetic field around itself, but that involves an additional hefty expense. In animation 11 you can see on the hands that QuickMagic generally applies heavy smoothing to try and limit jitter, which results in low dynamics during subtle movements. In comparison 11b, this is the exact same QuickMagic animation but with the physical optimization version 2 multiplier set from the default 2 to 1 because I wanted to check if this would reduce the smoothing of the hand movements, but as you can see the result is identical. Thanks for watching.